Hey guys, I'm just going to show you how to prepare some pork ribs followed by some creamy mashed potatoes. First step, we're going to remove the membrane from the backside of the ribs. Usually it'll come off in one go, otherwise make sure it's fully removed. That way we can, when we apply our rub, it can have direct contact with the meat itself, and also it's not pleasant to eat. So next I'm going to apply my rub, starting with soft brown sugar, smoked paprika, garlic powder, a sprinkle of Salt Bae, ground black pepper. As you can see, I've just covered the whole backside generously, and obviously you need to do the same to the other side, which I had already prepared earlier on. Now I'm going to cover these ribs with foil. That way it can stop the direct heat and stop them from drying out. I've already preheated the oven to 150 degrees Celsius. So we're gonna pop these babies in for 2.5 hours. So while you're waiting, do a quick workout. These guys have just come out of the oven, and now I'm going to baste them with my sauce I prepared earlier on, which is made up of barbecue sauce and honey. I'm going to baste both sides before it goes back into the oven, which I've bumped up to 205 degrees for 10 minutes before we repeat the process again and then cook it for another 10 minutes. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to push these potatoes through a fine sieve, which I've just finished boiling in salt water. So to finish our mashed potatoes, we'll need a knob of butter, 1 cup of cream, fresh chives, and of course some seasoning. Place the knob of butter into a small pot, straight onto the stovetop until it's melted, before we add our 1 cup of cream. And a generous pinch of salt to follow. So just before you bring it to the boil, make a well in the middle of your mashed potatoes. Now slowly add the butter and cream mix to the potatoes and gently mix. And it should look something like this. And now we're gonna add our chives and give it a good mix. And now I'm going to carve the ribs, which have been resting for approximately 10 minutes. I pay to use some tongs because they're extremely hot at the moment. And just find the gaps between each bone and just slice straight down. Happy days.